What's going on, you guys? This is Ian McKenzie with Average Bros Fitness, and I have an amazing story for you guys today. This is what I am talking about. This girl did something so incredible, and I have the opportunity to share her story with all of you. So her name is Macayla, and she did something without a coach that so many people strive to do and figure out how to develop their own motivation to achieve these goals that she was able to get to. So in total, to date, she has lost a total of 63 pounds, and it's taken a year and 3 months for her to do so. That is insane. But what's really cool is how she got into it and the steps she took to get there without a coach. So here's where it started, right? When she decided to go to the gym, she knew that she had to change something about herself, right? And generally, whenever we get into the process of trying to change our bodies, we have to make small changes. And that is exactly what she did to begin down this road. So the first thing she did was cut out her sodas, right? She cut out sodas, which immediately put her in a calorie deficit, right? Most of the time, whenever you guys start down a plan like this, the majority of the time, you're probably just adding in more calories with some consistent habit. And usually, just to cut out those calories, whether it's alcohol, sodas, desserts, fast food, cutting out the habit gives you the calorie deficit you're looking for. So you don't really need to look too far other than just cutting that part out. So by just simply cutting out the sodas, she lost 20 pounds. And after that, she approached the gym with a legitimate calorie deficit, right, and working out 6 to 7 days a week. So she was hooked by that time. Now, I find this fascinating because a lot of what I tell people about is the fact that even before starting a fitness program, even before going into the gym, there's oftentimes a lot of things you have to focus on before doing that. A lot of indirect things can affect the way you approach fitness. So for her, she understood that that had to be the first step. So when she started going to the gym, obviously the goal of hers was to be as small as she could. So she was packing on a good bit of cardio, but not as much as you'd think, 30 to 45 minutes, which I would say is entirely reasonable. Some people go into the gym and they think they need to hit it so freaking hard on the cardio, right? Hour and 30 minutes. 30 minutes to 45 is all you really need, you guys. Now, as she progressed, right, as she got to a point where she was losing weight and she was seeing the changes, she told me that she started incorporating more strength training, right? So she shifted the focus, eventually going into getting stronger and dialed back on the cardio. So nowadays, she's only doing about 15 minutes of cardio at the end of her workout, which is absolutely incredible, because it is so not done anymore that we need to shift the way we do things if we're going to keep our body changing. And that's exactly what she did, right? She saw the steps she took to get to a certain point and then realized that she wanted to progress toward another goal. So she changed her workout accordingly. She stayed in a calorie deficit, right, while she was losing weight and doing the cardio. But as her goals shifted, she knew that she had to change the way she ate. So nowadays, she keeps her calories within a good range and listens to her body, right? Which means if you're hungry, go ahead and eat, which is exactly what we need to be doing. And it's not taught much anymore. Such a simple thing that makes the most sense is frowned upon because it's not technically a diet, right? And not to mention, with her diet, not only was she changing it according to her goals, she was also keeping the food sources clean and reasonable. So she was eating a good amount of protein and carbs. Protein and carbs, especially carbs. You need carbs. She was doing that, right? Balance. As far as the workouts are concerned, with her resistance training, she split it up. She did upper and lower, right? Which I think is really cool, but something she did that you don't hear a lot of people say is she stayed away from back and biceps, right? And the cool thing is that she put core in between. So she was mixing in a lot of core with this upper body and lower body work. I think that is a fantastic way to approach exercise, right? Understanding where your foundation should be as you do it. And what's so cool is that to date, over a year and 3 months, she went from being 206 pounds to 143 pounds. Consistency. trying to make a little bit of progress every day is what she was doing, right? She was switching her goals according to how she felt. She changed her diet accordingly, and she started off with simple changes that indirectly affected the way she was going to walk into the gym. So she bettered her relationship with food and probably tried to establish some sense of joy before even starting with the resistance training. Oftentimes, it's the other way around. We feel like we need to get into the gym first. Not necessarily. You can do so many other things that are easier to tackle than walking through the door of a gym. You can do them when you wake up. You can do them when you go to sleep, right? Things can indirectly affect the way you perceive fitness. And that's the message. So that is it, you guys. She has an amazing story. I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys go check out her Instagram, check out her Facebook. I will leave the links down here. They are popping up now. Go check it out. She's wonderful. I'm sure she'd be happy to share her knowledge with you. Her story is really and truly amazing because it shows us that we all have the capabilities to do this without formal training. We don't need a coach. Coaches don't define fitness, believe it or not, right? Macayla proves that. She did it all by herself with her own freaking motivation. So check out her story, see what she's been up to, follow her progress. She's amazing. Go check out Average Bros Fit Media to find more cool stuff. I've got more stories coming at you, more Bro Biz interviews, more podcast interviews, more of the inspirational stuff that can show you how to become your own fitness hero.